Ahoy, this is Zdenka. Are you thinking about buying additional lenses or filters for your iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max? There are many things you must know before purchasing to avoid any disappointment or even wasting money. This video is brought to you by Reeflex. As most of you know, I'm trying my best to answer every single comment under my videos, and quite often I run into someone asking, I would like to buy a lens for my smartphone. Which one should I buy first? Well, I can't really answer that properly because I'm missing key info. What do you need it for? What is it that you are missing with the current cameras or lenses on iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max? What are you trying to change? Or what looks do you want to achieve? You should be able to answer all these questions to get the right answer. First of all, do you need to buy all the lenses they make for iPhone 17 Pro, Pro Max? Absolutely not, unless you want to, and that's a whole different story. I've showcased many brands over the years on this channel, from cheaper options to very premium. One thing is very clear, stay away from those extremely cheap lenses and filters. You see plenty of them on Amazon, as they will do more harm than benefit. Most of the super cheap filters give you crosshatch pattern when you adjust them for video, and the lenses will bring down the quality as you might see smudged, distorted edges and vignetting. I've had them in my hands. I purchased a set of those super cheap lenses and filters. I simply wanted to see what it can do. It ended up in a garbage. It was just a toy. If you own such a premium phone, if you invested into that kind of a phone, then you need to match the quality to get that result, if that makes sense. Quality brands I've personally had a chance to test were Moment, Freewell, and Reeflex. When it comes to lenses, I'm personally leaning more towards Reeflex, that I will be showing in this video moving forward. They are made in Italy, this is where the brand is based, and I was able to speak to the owners face to face many times. They really care about the quality and attention to detail. In case someone is wondering if the lenses are compatible with Android, yes, they are. Enough of that though, let's get practical. Let me help you sort out what you could possibly consider to bring your photography and filmmaking to the next level. Let's dive into portraits. This is the basic look with selfie camera. Now I have enabled portrait mode. If you switch to rear cameras, you're going to get very similar results. It's digital, so you have to tweak it further to make sure the edges around the hair is not smudged. The iPhone recommends you f-stop setting, but I'm finding once I zoom in that it needs to go a bit higher. If you want to bring it to the next level where you don't have to worry about the f-stop setting, get crispy clear subject isolation, and the same look you would get with DSLR, 2x telephoto will solve this. When you mount this lens over 24mm main camera, you will get 48mm lens now. Naturally, you will need to be further away. For portrait photography, you will also attach lens hood that comes with it, as it helps to block the sun or other light sources to prevent glare and lens flare. You can use this lens with 1x main camera and telephoto in native camera app. You can also film in Blackmagic camera app and use ND filters with it for manual filming. Some people asked if this can be used with a gimbal. Yes, it can, but it has to be a very strong gimbal, as this lens is pretty heavy. Hohem iSteady M7 can handle it. What would be even better are 3-in-1 gimbals. They are very strong. When it comes to photography, you can option for Reeflex app that has all professional tools. You can also use this lens for street photography. Another lens you can use for portrait photography is a Super Telephoto 240mm lens. This one is designed for 5x telephoto camera, so you don't mount it over the main camera. You will get 10x optical magnification. The results will look very different compared to photos taken with 2x telephoto lens. I'd say the look is much closer to what I get when I take portrait photos with my Canon camera and the big telephoto lens. This lens serves many purposes. It's kind of an all-in-one lens. You can use it for distant landscapes, architecture, sporting events, and wildlife photography. I used it when I was on a cruise ship taking photos of a city. It was great. If you are into macro photography, you can convert this lens into a macro lens with these two add-ons. iPhone has a macro mode for taking photos on the go, and the results will be okay. But if you want to take photos like these, you will need an add-on macro lens. There are many lens choices when it comes to macro, so it can be very confusing to figure out which one to pick. This is traditional 10x macro lens. This is long range macro 75mm. And this is 200mm add-on for super telephoto lens I was showing earlier. And this is 300mm add-on. There are a few key differences between them: working distance, magnification, field of view, and usage scenario. The 10x traditional macro requires being very close to the subject, around 1 inch. This one is great for capturing extreme details like insect eyes, as it has microscope-like magnification. The 75mm long-range lens allows you to shoot from further away, so it's easier to take photos of insects. This one is better for flowers, insects, or products, resulting in more professional look with stronger subject isolation. I personally love this super telephoto lens with these macro add-ons the most. With the 200mm add-on, you can shoot from a distance of 20 centimeters. And with the 300mm, you can be even further away, 30 centimeters. It's just perfect for taking photos of bees, flies, butterflies. You don't disturb them, and it's much easier to take photos of them. Let's move away from macro photography and let's cover real estate photography and video, architecture, landscapes, street photography, and vlogging. This is wide angle, 110 degrees lens. It's somewhere between the one-time main camera and the ultra-wide camera on the iPhone with no distortion. So you get closer to an ultra-wide camera, but again, you will not get distortion, and that is why this is perfect for architecture and real estate, mainly. This is very suitable for tight areas like bathrooms and kitchens. When you take photos of architecture, you get a wide look with straight lines. All the lenses I was showing you until now are what I call practical lenses, as they can be really used for many different scenarios. Now, the next two lenses I'm going to show you are what I call creative optional lenses, as I wouldn't use them all the time. For others though, those might also be practical. The fisheye 220 degrees lens is first. It's wider than ultra-wide lens. This can be used for creative architecture shots or action shots when you get the subject really close to the lens. Then you have anamorphic lens. This one is specifically designed for filmmaking. It will give you two things: cinematic aspect ratio, the wide cinema look, and the blue streak effect. I don't use this lens every day, but rather for specific scenarios. Let me give you a few tips when it comes to filters for your smartphone. As I mentioned earlier, again, avoid those cheap ones because they will give you crosshatch pattern, possible discoloration, and vignette. Which one do you really need? For filming a video in manual mode, yes, you will need V&D filter that works like sunglasses. If you will be filming indoors or in low light, you don't need any filter. You will bring ISO up instead. CPL filter is optional. It removes reflections. The mist filter creates a soft, glamorous look if you film a person. If you film at night, you will see the lights being spilled. They will be very soft. I will link all those options below the video for those interested. I hope that you found answers throughout this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it informative, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Meanwhile, I'll see you in one of those videos next. Ciao, ahoj.